And let's switch gears now, move on to the migrant crisis right here in New York City, where the Democrat mayor and governor are trying to turn a local Catholic school into a migrant shelter. Joining us now is New York Congresswoman Nicole Malliotakis and lead attorney Lou Gelormino, who are trying to block this move. Thanks to both of you for coming in. Lou, first of all, what's going on here? Now, this is not an active school. It's been empty for a while, right?
Yes, it's not an active school.
Go ahead.
Sorry,
Lou, let's let Lou go first. Go ahead, Lou.
Yeah, it's not an active school. The city bought it about a few years ago from the nuns. So it's been empty since.
Go ahead, Congresswoman. What then? I mean, they would say, giving the devil his due, they would say, look, it's an empty building. Why not use it now for this crisis that we have with the migrants? To which you would say what?
The local elected officials entered into a deal with then former Mayor de Blasio. This facility was going to be turned into a public school when the Catholic school closed. This mayor chose to come in here and now wants to use it instead as a facility to house people who are entering into our country illegally. It's right in the middle of a neighborhood. There's another school down the street. The bottom line is the mayor is misinterpreting New York City's right to shelter law, should not be doing this. It's coming at a tremendous burden, and the community's fed up. And I want to thank Lou, our attorney, as well as his partner Mark Fonte, for the tremendous victory today in court. They were able to obtain a restraining order as well as a vacate order. The migrants were showing up right when they received the vacate order, and they had to turn around and leave. And that was a big win for the community, and Staten Island lives to fight another day.
Now, Lou, Staten Island, for those who don't know outside of the New York area, it's a part of New York City, but it's always dumped on because they tend to be more conservative, and you usually have, not always, Giuliani was a Republican mayor, but you usually have the city run by Democrats. And is that what's going on here? They don't want to dump it on pristine Manhattan or the folks in Queens who they might lose votes from it. They're picking on Staten Island because it's heavily Republican.
Well, that's certainly one of the deciding factors. I'm sure Nicole will tell you that. And thanks to Nicole and our borough president, Vito Fossella, and my partner, we got this overturned today, at least temporarily. It was a big victory. But yeah, you're right. Staten Island gets unduly burdened with everything, our tax burden, our pricing congestion burden. And now with this shelter in place, they brought another one down the street from this with another 500 homeless people. So yes, it's certainly one of the considerations I think the Democrats always think about.
Yeah, and Congresswoman, the fact is that there are not many people in Staten Island that I know who voted for New York City to become a sanctuary city. That's another part of this whole process too, isn't it? I mean, that as a sanctuary city, they're sort of obliged to take in people even if they can't afford it, or if it's moving people out of neighborhoods, et cetera, and businesses. But the folks in Staten Island, I don't think they voted to be a sanctuary city, did they?
Yeah, look, we did not vote for this mayor, we did not vote for this governor, and we didn't vote for this president. We should not be subjected to their policies. There are 200 shelters all across the city of New York, and they are displacing tax-paying citizens. As you see, they're taking away a school. They also took away an assisted living facility that was filled with seniors that had to vacate, and then they turned around and cut a shady deal with the city to put migrants there as well. Now they're looking at our federal parkland. They opened one in Brooklyn, and the community there is up in an uproar as well. People all across the city are finally waking up and recognizing that if they voted for Mayor Adams, they made a mistake, and if they voted for the president, they made a mistake as well. The bottom line is we will continue to use every legislative and legal angle to fight this because it's disgraceful what the president is doing. And Senator Schumer's been absolutely useless, hasn't done anything, passed no legislation. We passed a security bill in the House. We're waiting for them to take it up. If he believes in democracy, let democracy take place. Allow a vote on our bill, which would secure our border and undo President Biden's executive orders.
So, Lou, quickly, how goes the lawsuit? I mean, in what court is it, and where do you go? How do you appeal, et cetera?
We won. We don't need to appeal. We won today. We brought 4 causes of action. All 4 causes of action were upheld. You know, David, I just want to get back to the sanctuary city fiction. Okay, because somebody just woke up one day, it might have been Mayor de Blasio, and said, hey, we're a sanctuary city. There's no law that says we're a sanctuary city. There's no constitutional amendment that says we're a sanctuary city. This could be ended tomorrow by saying, hey, we are no longer a sanctuary city. We are no longer accepting migrants. We are being overrun. Our people are being unduly burdened, and we're paying billions of dollars unnecessarily.
I think
for
we may be
something
close
that's
to
just
that.
A fiction.
Congresswoman, we have to run, but don't you think that the mayor is so overwhelmed right now that he may decide to do exactly what Lou suggests?
Well, I hope so. But the reality is we also have to sue the mayor on another front because they want to allow non-citizens who have resided in New York City for 30 days to vote. So if these people get work authorization as the mayor wants, they would be eligible to vote. And we thank Lou, who's also representing us in that case as well, with all the local Staten Island elected officials.
And you think of all the millions of people that these illegal migrants are jumping ahead of, who've been trying hard to get legal status, work, to get green cards, et cetera. It's just not fair. Thank you both for coming.